childhood was very dysfunctional. My father was a Vietnam veteran, had a very short fuse. We used to drive past the prison all the time. We didn't live far from there, and every time we went past, my dad would say, "You're going to end up there." My art started when I was very young. I saw two graffiti artists from Melbourne painting on a fence, and I was this little kid, and I went, wow, I want to do that. I realised that's the only good attention I could get. So I hid behind art for a long time, and when I turned 18, I decided to be a professional tattoo artist, and that's when my art took a different side of things. When I was younger, I used to look up to gang members, and I just wanted to belong. I felt lonely inside, and they looked like they were having a good time, and it seemed applicable to me. All you have to do is beat people up or sell more drugs or something, and you're accepted. I've been charged with attempted murder, armed robberies with violence, just hundreds of assault charges. It just snowballed from there, and one day I was in that prison, and I got to ring my dad. I said, "Guess where I am?" I'm at that big house you used to point at. When I was locked in my cell, all I would do is walk up and down. I would pace like the tiger in the zoo. I felt really sorry for the tiger in the zoo in the end of my sentence. I practically wore a hole through the concrete. I'd had a lot of time to think. I had a lot of time to be saddened by the loss of my family. I was just taken away from them. I had kids, and it was just very heartbreaking just when you speak to them on the prison phone and they say, "We done this today, Dad, you should have been there." You'd go back to your cell with those words, and you just think, yeah, I should have been there. Like, what am I doing? I've made this mistake before, what am I doing? I was sitting in my prison cell one night, and we was all locked down, the entire prison was locked down, and I heard a noise at my window. I went, that's very odd, no one should be out there. So I pulled the prison blind over, and there was nothing there, but I happened to notice there was a Bible there. I went, well, I'm only pacing, I'll pick it up and have a look. So I've opened it up, and for some reason it went straight to the Proverbs, and I started to read some of the Proverbs, and I thought, wow, this Bible's just told me what I'm in here for. I thought there was a God my whole life, but I've never had a relationship with him. I think he's trying to tell me something. I met the prison chaplain, and I approached him, and I told him that the Bible started to make sense to me. I think I want to believe in God. There was a journey program that was available every Tuesday night if you wish to go up and meet Christian people that would come into the prison to connect with us. These people are just wonderful, they're very accepting, and I'd realised they liked fast cars, and they liked football, and they just liked normal things, and I thought, I think I can do this. You don't lose the things you love when you follow Jesus. You still get a life. Now I know that God's word is just so powerful. He can just move mountains by his voice. So I see the future as being very bright and vibrant, just like my paintings. It's only just until recently that I've decided to paint nice canvases and do nice paintings for people. I've got this lovely outlet to do it like that, to make people happy through my art. I'm now back at school. I'm re-educating myself. Not only have I been baptised, but it's a whole new beginning all round. Since I've decided to open the door and invite Jesus into my life, there's no turning back. There's no turning back.